Hi, and thanks for joining me today. I'm going to make this Christmas card using the Poinsettia Petals and the Poinsettia Dies, along with this embossing folder to make this card. It's a very natural looking card. I really like it. It's got very vanilla, and then I did a little bit of very light sponging with crumb cake, and it's on a soft suede background. I have some textured embossing, so it's a very natural um, card, which I really love. And this is the inside. So I just wanted to show you the papers. I'm using one of the papers that comes with it. And let's see. So this is the, let me just pull it out. I've got a bunch of things to show you. It's really beautiful, actually. I always say that, right? The Poinsettia Place Designer Series paper. So it has the greens and browns, and then it also has reds. And let me just, it has some beautiful poinsettias. Some of the poinsettias, not on this one, one of the other pages, you can actually cut using the dies. Aren't they pretty? I love them. This one, you can actually use some of the dies, I think, to cut out this poinsettia. And here's some red berries and holly. So it's very Christmassy, very pretty. I love this one here. And then you can also cut out, there's this is called Plush Poinsettia paper. And it's like velvety. I don't know if you call that flocking. So you get two of each pattern. So this is just some holly leaves and berries. And then you have poinsettias, which you can cut out with the dies. And then you have this, just this pretty dainty kind of lacy piece. So you can use that as well. And one more thing I want to show you, because I think they're also pretty. And I didn't use them. I'll probably make some red poinsettias with some holly and stuff like that while I'm making my Christmas cards. But there's these beautiful pearl, beaded pearls they're called, and they can go right in the center. Now I'm using the very vanilla, so I didn't really want to use the white pearls on it, but isn't that pretty? So you can make some beautiful kind of flocked poinsettias, just textured poinsettias. So these are the dies, and they're kind of like those leaf dies that I've been using, where there's two pieces, one to cut and then one to emboss, and the leaves do that. And then there's the stamp set. So some of the dies cut the stamps. You can just use them on their own, and that's what I did here, but I wanted to give a little color. So let's get started, and we'll just put this aside. I have my pieces. So again, it's soft suede, and then I have that designer series paper. And I'm going to, yeah, I thought it was, this looks narrower than this for some reason. I'm going to first emboss this, and I'm using this Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. And I just love this one. It's just has texture on it. So I'm going to put it in here, and I'll get my stamp and cut and embossing machine. And on this one, I'm just using the platform number 1, and then this is number 4, which is for embossing folder, for 3D embossing folders. So I'm just going to put this down, put this plate over it, and run it through, and let the magic happen. Now you can spritz it with water if you wanted a deeper impression. I don't really do that. I'm happy with the way it comes out, just dry. But a lot of people do that. So you have this kind of textured look, and it's just really beautiful. So that's the first thing we'll do. And then we want to cut out each of these layers from Very Vanilla. So let's get that going. So now on the machine, I'm going to put my plate 2 down, and I'll put one of these plates down. These are number 3, and then I'll put my cardstock on, and I'm going to try to do all of these at once. So we'll get the biggest one, I'm just going to lay them down for now, and then I can adjust them. And then the next biggest and the smallest. And there's even these berries, and then these are really pretty because they would cut smaller ones and emboss it and give you the berries in the middle. Very pretty. So once I have these down, and actually they're all going the wrong way. Look at that. So let's just flip them all over. I don't know what I'm thinking here. And there is actually a right way and a wrong way for each of these. And if you turn them around, you'll figure it out. There's kind of a tell, kind of the way it's dented in, so you can tell where to put it. And I like to put it down and then adjust the outer piece to get it just right. So I don't want to move both of them around. I just want to move the outer piece and get them all set up nicely. Okay. Just get that. And if you want, you could put washi tape down, or you could put post-it note just to keep them all in place. And then I'm going to just lay this on top and run it through. Okay. And you'll hear a pop. There we go. We'll take this off. Whoops. Don't want to lose anything. And just put all these pieces on the side. And then I want to cut my leaves out as well. So let's get rid of that. So see how they're nice and embossed? All in one shot. Love it. So let's get these aside and get these aside. And then I'm going to use my, what is this, garden green. And I'll take my 2 leaves. It's nice when they give you 2 of things so you can run them through at once. 1, 2. One's a little bigger than the other, but they're both good sizes. And we'll do the same thing. We're going to just flip them over. Place the inside in and then move around the outside. I hope it's not too getting too dark here. My sun is going down. I usually do this during the day in sunlight, and I ran out of time today. So I'm doing this at night with the light on. So it's a different lighting. Okay, so let's take this off. Get rid of these. And see how pretty and embossed it is? Love it. And we'll put these aside and get rid of this guy. Okay, so our cutting is done, our embossing is done, and now we can put the card together. But first, there's something else we need to do. I wanted to just give a little color to these. I thought they're pretty, but I wanted to just, I don't know, add a little bit of color to them. So what I decided to do was get a sponge dauber, and I played with a few different colors. I played with So Saffron, a yellow, which I think would be very nice. And I also did, what did I do? Sahara Sand, because I wanted it very light, and I ended up with crumb cake. I thought crumb cake would be the best. So let me just get a piece of scrap. And all I did was dot this. Let me make sure I'm in camera here. Dot this very lightly, and I kind of dotted it here, and then I just kind of dotted it around. I don't want it to be too dark. So this one is a little light here. Okay, and I'm just going to do this on all the leaves. Just very lightly. Give it a little bit of color. And we'll do each one of these. And you could play with different colors. I just thought it was a little bit too stark. And I did go with the very vanilla because I thought the Whisper White might be too bright. I wanted really kind of a natural look, to be honest. So this is the middle one. I think I'm getting a little heavy here. Let's try to go without putting it back on. Okay, so we have that done. Let's close this up, and then we can put this together. Now you can use a glue dot to put them together. I'm going to just put a little bit of adhesive on it with liquid glue, and I'll just put it on in the center, and then you want to offset each layer. Okay, I think I might be, whoops. Let me just get rid of some of that. I think that's a bit much. Okay. And just off center it a little bit. Then you want to do the same thing here. Little dab will do ya. Put it right here. Oh, and we need one more thing to cut out. I cut out the middle, and there's two pieces. Let me just show you these. One will cut out a piece with holes, that's this one, and then this one will cut out the piece that dents. And I like the one with the dents. I thought I had the one with the holes cut out already. But let me cut them both out and I'll just show you what they look like. So I'm going to just step away. I'll be right back. I'm using soft suede and I'll be right back. Okay, so you see this one is just dotted. That's the one I used. Or you could use this one. And you could actually layer it if you wanted a different color and layer one on top of the other. But I kind of like this one, the filled in one. But whatever you like is what you can use. So I'll just take a little bit of glue and put this right smack in the middle. Okay, and we'll just put this off to the side. And let's put our piece here down, and you decide which side you like better. They're almost the same on this. So I'll just put a little bit of glue on the back of this and lay it side to side. Okay, and then we want to use this ribbon, and I just thought this ribbon was perfect for this. This is Embroidered Ribbon. It's another kind of natural looking color. I was going to tie a bow and I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to put the ribbon there as another layer of texture. So there's a lot of texture on this card, which I love. There's the emboss, the ribbon, the embossed on the petals of the actual poinsettia, or poinsettia, or poinsettia. There's so many different ways to say that. Where I'm from, it's poinsettia. So, I don't know. And isn't this pretty on the back? I love all the papers. Sometimes it's so hard to use one side and not cover up the other side, not use it. So let's put another piece of Scotch tape on the other side. And then we can put this down. Sometimes, I don't know if you ever do this, I forget to put the ribbon down, and I end up putting the card together, put the, the layer on the card, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't put the ribbon down, and then you have to tear it up. I'm sure everybody's done that at one point. So let's put this down, and we're just going to center it. And again, that's why I like the liquid glue. It gives you a chance to move things around before you kind of commit to it. And then I'm going to put this down with dimensionals. And I really only put a couple on because I want to go underneath it with the leaves. So, and it's funny because with this one, I put one right down there because it seemed to be popping up. So I think I'll do the same thing here. I'll put one here, take off the backing, see how it is. I could always sneak another one in if I need to. And then we can put a little bit of adhesive on these leaves. Just kind of stick them underneath. Actually, I should have put the adhesive deck there. That won't matter that it's on top. It'll just stick down. Okay, and then we'll put some down here. And I'm just putting it on the bottom. I'm not putting it on the top. You can move them around however you want. Let's put it underneath this. There we go. And then we want to put our sentiment on. Now the sentiments for this, I'm using the Merry Christmas, and it's much bigger, as you can see, than this. And there's a Happy Holidays. I put May the Magic and Wonder bloom this holiday on the inside. So let's get the outside done. Let me just put this on for a second. And I just have a strip. And I'm actually going to put it on my piercing mat because it is a photopolymer stamp, and it's helpful to have a piercing mat underneath the photopolymer. When you're using red rubber, there's some kind of a layer in there that is a little mushy and the photopolymer just hard, so there's no mush factor to it. So it's nice to have something underneath it to handle that. So that looks good. And I'm just going to put that aside. We will cut it down. I want to get the inside layer. And I'm going to put the inside sentiment on while we're stamping. And let's put that this way. Put that down. And then I want to put a couple of poinsettias in the crumb cake. So I'm going to put a little bit of scrap underneath. And we'll just do, and I'm just doing a partial. I'm not doing the whole poinsettia. I'll put one down there. And I think that's just gorgeous as it is. Isn't that pretty? It's got all the detail in it. I love it. And we can get rid of this now, and then we can just put these pieces together. But let's first close these up so we don't get ink anywhere that we don't want to get it. I'm famous for that. So on this one, I'm just going to cut it quick. I have one of those little mini cutters. So I'll just cut off the end. You can cut it with scissors. I'm not that accurate, so I like to use a cutter. You could use your big cutter, whatever you have. And then we want to put this on with dimensionals. So we'll put them down. I think I'll put 4 of them. So are you guys making your Christmas cards yet? I'm going back and forth between Christmas and autumn. And I never start on my Christmas cards till very late. And I thought maybe this year I would just give everybody a different card because I'm making so many of them that I'll have a lot on hand. I just want to go underneath this. There we go. That's a little bit crooked. Let me just get underneath this. This is an old tool from Creative Memories. Creative Memories, is that what it was called? And it's a tool that I will never get rid of. It just helps you lift up stickers. I feel like this is still a little crooked. Let's get underneath it more. I think I got a little bit off because I had to go underneath the petal. Okay, that looks better. And then we'll put the inside in, and I think we're done. So very easy card. I think the poinsettias are very pretty. I actually have one from last Christmas, and I put it outside. I live in Florida, and I think it will bloom again. It's very healthy. I mean, of course, all the leaves are green, but I think I might put it in the ground. I've seen them around my neighborhood, and they just grow beautifully. So I'm going to try that. It's in the pot that I bought it in, but it's very, very healthy right now. So anyway, these are the cards. This one's a little bit lighter than this one. I think they're both pretty, and I hope you enjoyed this and come back and visit again. All right, take care. Bye.